Hey pretty people, welcome to my channel. Hope you're doing good. Today we're going to be talking about how to speak English fluently and with confidence, of course. And yeah, maybe we actually wanted to talk about this because it feels kind of hard to speak fluently and with full confidence mode on, when you're not so general with English, right? So, yeah. In this video, we're going to be talking about mindset shift number one, then a pro tip, and then some theory slash techniques slash tips, and then iconic tip to speak English fluently and actually with confidence. So, firstly, let me introduce myself to you guys. So, hey, my name is Misha, who wants to help you guys out by turning your English into a confident masterpiece. So now it's the perfect moment to dive in. So here I've made some notes especially for you guys. So let's start. Talking about the mindset shift number one, which is speaking grammatically imperfect sentences is actually better than speaking a sentence with 10 awkward pauses. Like you can just imagine a person speaking on the stage while taking 10 different pauses just to make sure that the sentence is perfectly correct, it's grammatically perfect, and all that stuff. So that is the thing that won't really feel good and also real as well. But if you talk about a person who is pretty much fluent but not really perfect in English and is speaking some sentences and their speech is just, covered with mistakes like prepositions used at wrong places or tenses, but I guess that will feel kind of, great to listen at least because at least the person is speaking with fluency. He or she is not, taking long pauses or at least short pauses, but at so many times they're speaking constantly. At least something that we are understanding, at least, right? So I guess that feels kind of good. And yes, here comes a pro tip. You know what? Native speakers prioritize the meaning of their sentences or whatever message they're trying to convey to the people, okay? And yes, I agree with the statement that native speakers are already very fluent in their native language, maybe English, something like English, right? So that is also another reason why they focus fully on the message, but it's not something that we don't do, okay? When we're speaking in our own native language, okay, we're always focusing on the message, okay? So this is the same thing you have to do in English as well. And all of the points I'm going to share in this video are connected to each other. So yeah, you need to focus on the message and not on the perfection of the sentence, okay? Even if the sentence is not correct, but at least you can convey your message in a correct manner, right? For example, if you don't know how to say a particular word in English, you can translate the word in your own words and then speak it in another words, right? So that the person can at least understand what you're trying to say, and that's it. Here comes a tip that I've heard from many people, like so many people talk about this, and yet it's the most efficient tip, which is shadowing. Okay, so what is shadowing? Shadowing is also kind of like a process task. So in which way you have to do is watch a video of a native speaker, okay, and then play the audio and try to mimic whatever they're trying to say. And yes, don't wait for them to finish their sentence, okay? Be kind of like their shadow. And yes, listen to me. Perfectionism is not what you need. All you need is consistency and efforts. Okay? Perfectionism is actually killing us. It's a truth because we're always focusing on is it perfect? Is it looking good? Is it nice? Or are my words even fitting into my sentence or something? And that's the thing that makes us feel worried. That it makes us feel like we don't know anything. But in reality, all of us are truly intelligent once we try to focus on the thing in a right way. Okay? Now let's talk about the benefits of shadowing. Through the process of shadowing, you're not just learning words, but actually you're training your brain and your mouth to speak at a particular speed and also mimic the natural pauses, which makes you feel more natural when you're speaking anything, for example, English. Now we're going to be talking about something in which most of the people get stuck usually. So, yes, that is think directly in English. Okay, please think directly in English. Okay, don't try to translate your native language in English. Okay, like you're just translating every single word in your brain and in your thoughts, and wow, you're speaking in English while translating in your brain. Like, how is it even gonna work? It takes too much time to just translate a small sentence to English, right? And also, it feels kind of robotic. Instead, try practicing English with your own self all alone because I love to study alone, learn alone, like doing everything all alone because it makes me feel like I'm kind of independent and also it makes me think more efficiently and because I'm not dependent on any other person's thoughts. So that is the reason why I like to learn every single thing on my own whenever I can, okay? And when you talk to yourself, you're all alone and you're just talking to yourself, right? So you're just using your brain, okay? So that's how you learn to be independent while learning English and also become confident on the stage. Because when you are confident in private, your confidence reflects in the public. And one of the benefits of talking to yourself is that it trains your brain to think directly in English because you're actually practicing. And it's kind of fun to talk to yourself because, while you're doing any stuff, any course, you can just talk to yourself and it feels kind of like you're vlogging something, and it feels kind of good. Okay, so now it's a time for the iconic tip, okay, which is fillers and connectors. Yes, you need to master fillers and connectors to make your speech feel like it's fluent, it's consistent because sometimes even I get stuck while speaking because each one of us is not perfect. Okay? And yes, we get better every time we learn or do a mistake, right? So, yes. Anyways, so let's talk about the benefits of fillers and connectors. Okay? So, one benefit is that it gives you more time to think and operate with your sentences. Second thing is that it makes you feel more natural and it feels kind of like a connection you're building with people because you're using such friendly words in your conversations, and of course people will find that polite and naturally attractive, and that is how it makes your speech more interesting. So here I've shared with you guys some fillers and connectors that are used very often in conversations. These are the thinkers, okay? Fillers to buy time. You can use these when your brain is buffering. They sound more professional than making those fillers sound. These are the bridge builders, connectors for flow. These help you move from one idea to the next without a clunky transition. Next is the opinion starters. It will help you boost your confidence, and if you will start any sentence with these, then it will make you sound more assertive and fluent. And lastly, we have the conversation closers and some examples. So you can use these to wrap up or provide evidence. You can learn 3 each day, okay, for the upcoming days and including today, okay. So yes, make sure to revise all of them so that you don't forget them when you're speaking. Alright, so now it's the time for your to-do list of the week. Okay, so yes, you can grab a notebook and a pen if you'd like to note them down, and let's start. First thing, your homework. Okay, narrate your favorite hobby every day for the next 7 days and please be consistent. Okay, talk to yourself while you're doing any of your hobbies. Either it's gardening, it's cooking, it's painting, it's writing, or whatever. You can just do your hobbies while speaking in English to yourself about whatever you're doing. Like narrate the process, whatever you're doing, to yourself, just to yourself. Or maybe you can just imagine some audience sitting in front of you and try to speak something to them in English. Okay, it doesn't need to be perfect, but yes, it needs to be consistent. Okay, so next thing is today's challenge. Use three fillers or connectors while recording yourself. And lastly, shadow any video of a native speaker or a person with a good accent and fluency. You could also try shadowing my video. And I guess it's time to wrap up this video, and thanks for watching. Stay creative, stay confident. See you in the next video.